How are men corrupted in Middle-earth? Imagine a world where the line between good and evil is often blurred, and the choices people make can lead them down very different paths. In Middle-earth, men are especially prone to falling into darkness, and understanding how this happens reveals a lot about their nature. Men in Middle-earth are corrupted mainly because they are easily influenced by power, pride, and fear. And like elves or dwarves, men have shorter lifespans and a stronger desire to achieve greatness, which can make them more vulnerable to dark forces. One of the biggest ways men are corrupted is through the rings of power. Sauron gave 9 rings to men, and these rings were designed to tempt and ensnare them. Men who received these rings became obsessed with wealth and status, which made them easy targets for Sauron's influence. Over time, these men turned into the Nazgul, or ring-wraiths, completely controlled by Sauron. Their personal flaws, like greed or fear, played a big role in their downfall. For example, some men were greedy for more riches, while others were afraid of losing their power or loved ones. These weaknesses opened the door for dark forces to take hold of them. Another way men are corrupted is through their desire to protect or help their people. Sometimes this noble goal leads them to make dangerous choices, especially when tempted by promises of power or security. Even wise and good characters can be tempted by the One Ring because it offers the ability to defend Middle-earth better. But they often realize that holding onto such power can turn them into villains if they're not careful. Certain groups of men, like the Dunedain, are more resistant to corruption but are not immune. Some leaders in regions like Rudda in the Kingdom of Unna eventually sided with dark powers for their own gain. The Númenóreans, once a proud and noble people, fell into corruption because they wanted to rival the gods and the Valar. Their obsession with immortality and dominance led them to serve shadow and darkness instead of the light. In the First Age, some men living in the East were corrupted early by Morgoth, the first Dark Lord. These early acts of betrayal and fear created divisions among men and led some to follow evil paths. Their stories show how easily fear, coercion, and promises of power can sway men away from good. In summary, men in Middle-earth are corrupted because of their mortal nature, personal flaws like greed and pride, and external temptations like the rings of power or dark lords. Their desire for power or protection can turn into obsession, leading to slavery or ruin. The story of the Nazgul and fallen kingdoms shows how fragile their morality can be when faced with evil. This ongoing struggle between free will and dark influence is a key part of what makes Middle-earth's history so compelling.